Finance. We're here with the crew. We're gonna dive into the markets, figure out what's it trying to tell us. We keep getting these up and down swings. USDT dominance is getting ready to gear up towards a pretty significant move. Will it go to the upside or the downside? Let's talk about it. We're gonna get the stream out. Let's play a couple songs. As always, hope you guys had an amazing Christmas. I wish you all an amazing rest of the year. And I hope you have an even better 2026 than you did this year. But, anyways, let's play a little bit of music and we'll be RB.
Deep in the pines, no Wi-Fi, just vines. Charts spread out, Fibonacci designs. CME gaps like ghosts in the mist. Candles burn slow, every wick got a twist. Solitude, silence, he carves out the play. Bear bully dances, no steps go astray. Alpha moves sharp like a hawk on the prowl. Numbers don't lie, he's the wolf with the howl. Clutch in the shadows, move so divine. Forest in the market, both intertwined. Catching that green while the trees sway fine. Legend on the charts, his name's a shrine. Heard the wind whisper, shorted along. Wrote a sonnet and leverage a charting song. Green candles sprout like moss on the bark. Red candles drip like blood after dark. Hedge fund whispers, they envy his grit. Trend lines obey when his cursor's lit. No discord noise, just the owl's debate. He swings like a pendulum, never too late. Monotone scatter, his trades leave a trace. Charts in his mind, no screen to replace. Cold air bites, but the profits stay warm. Market storms rage, he thrives in a swarm. Charts dance, red and green, crypto tango. Clutch sees the angles, move sharper than Rambo. Bear trap snap, but he walks unfazed. Like Fibonacci spirals, his plans a maze. Bull runs charge, he rides them like a kingpin. Signal singing, wallets fat, digits clinging. Never panic sell, now he calculates. Eyes on a breakout while the market debates. Clutch moves, he don't flinch, no fear. Candles glow bright when the path ain't clear. Clutch moves, he's the one they all cheer. Stacking those wins year after year. He reads charts like books, Elliott wave plots. Others guessing blind, Clutch connects the dots. MACD, RSI, trendline sniper. Why they chase the hype? He's the quiet decipher. Whispers to himself, patience pays the bold. Timing the entries, that gets pure gold. No noise in his zone, just signals he reads. Plays the long game, planting profit seeds. Clutch moves, he don't flinch, no fear. Candles glow bright when the path ain't clear. Clutch moves, he's the one they all cheer. Stacking those wins year after year.
Charts light up, glow brighter than the Vegas Strip. CME gaps, got the streets on a crypto trip. Candles dancing, wigs slicker than a hustler's drip. Novex moves silent, no need for a clip. Legend in the trade, fingerprints on the block. Blockchain buzzing every tick like a Glock. Defy dreams, I'm stacking on that E-Rock. Wallet full of alpha keys, turn never lock. Novex Finance, where the game gets flipped. Candle pattern sparking every chart we grip. Decentralized hustle, never sink, never slip. West side grind, making coins do flips. Bulls charge hard, bears lurking in the fog. Patterns in the smoke, I'm the wizard with the log. Fibonacci spirals, I'm the code in the cog. Crypto moves sharper than a diamond-studded dog. Green and red candles, paper Picasso on the screen. Liquidity pools deep, pockets never lean. Well swim silent, but I peep the scheme. Alpha moves nightly. Cashing out the dream. From the Satoshi code to the ether's flame. Novex rewrites rules in this money game. Charts speak the gospel, prophets proclaim. West side rider, blockchain my claim.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Let's get to it. We only got a couple people up here, but let's check in with them real fast. What's up, Andrew? You around?
What's good, homie? We are back, everybody. Hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. Hope you guys got to spend some good time with your families yesterday. But man, we're back. I had a great time, but I'm sure everybody around here did. But we're back, man. We're getting dialed into the markets. We're staying dialed into the markets, and man, we just want to make sure everybody stays ahead of the curve, even in the holiday season. Because I'll tell you what, man, that CME is open today. There might not be a ton of volume flowing through the CME right now, but it's open, and there's some big stuff going on in the market in general, and that's kind of what my check-in question is. But do me a favor, guys. We showed up for you guys on the holiday season, so make sure you guys show up for us. Repost the stream, hit the comments, say what's up, send it out to a friend, tag a friend in the comments, somebody that needs to learn about what's going on in this market, so they can keep printing profits with us, guys. And this is Trade Talk, man. We do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you follow me, Dope Sales, Clutch, and Novex Finance from any platform that you're listening in from, right? Just goes out to LinkedIn, X, YouTube, Twitch, man. We're everywhere with this thing. So yeah, make sure you guys shoot some follows and jump in the Novex Telegram, man, because I can tell you what's cooking at Novex is something truly special. It's probably the only exchange you're gonna find, and if you know any decks or even a sex to where as a whole the traders are profitable, please reach out, let us know. We'd like to collab with them and bounce ideas off each other. But I can tell you the traders on Novex as a whole are profitable, and it's because of that Novex Telegram, man. You got Ghost in there cooking up some trades. You got Clutch in there cooking up some trades. I'm known to drop some bangers from time to time, and that's how we keep everybody profitable. Because we want everybody to win. So make sure you guys follow me, Clutch, and Novex, regardless of where you're listening from, and jump in that TG and get on the action with us. But guys, we're gonna get to it, man. The way these trade talks go down is we do a quick check-in question just to kind of gauge how everybody's feeling about the market and hot topics and stuff like that. And then we throw it over to Clutch. He's going to look at the charts. He's going to let us know what he's seeing. He's going to call a range for the weekend. Now it's Friday. He's going to call a range for the weekend. He'll call a direction for the weekend, and we'll try to call a trade for the episode so we can squeak out some profits live on the air here, baby. But guys, before we do that, let me throw out our check-in question for the day. And yeah, I mean, it seemed a little better maybe an hour or two ago, but today we have the largest amount of options expiring in the history of Bitcoin. There's about 27 or 28 billion in options expiring today. I'm curious, man. What do you think? What's this going to do to the market? Is this going to be a big nothing burger, or do we got some pain coming, or maybe we're going to get a little pump? I don't know how you guys feeling about this, but let's throw it around, check in with everybody while Clutch gets his chart set up, and then we'll get back to the money. But let's start across the pond. I know you guys are always celebrating over there, Alex. I'm sure you celebrated Christmas. Had a good time this year. How was your Christmas? How was your past couple of days? And what do you think about all these options expiring today? You think it's going to have any impact in the market?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, it was a nice, quiet Christmas over here. I pretty much got everything done last week, all the family bits and bobs. So it was just me, just chilling out over Christmas. Opened up some gifts, got some, lots of pairs of socks and pajamas and stuff, and more food. And just had a quiet Christmas. Yeah, I was supposed to pop in and see my cousin, but it was cold out, and then the pub shut, and I was just like, fuck it. So I just watched a bit of some movies and chilled out with all my 2D friends on the in the Discord and stuff, man. But as for the options going out today, yeah, we'll probably see some. I don't know. Hopefully something will happen because it's been choppy, hasn't it? So would like to see some volatility either way, man. But how are you, man? How was your Christmas?
Oh man, I had a similar Christmas to you, man. it sounded like you got the old man gifts, some socks and stuff like that. I got some socks and some good stuff like that for Christmas. And my mom got me some shoes that I really like. They're, Nike Prestos. They're super comfortable running shoes that I had back in high school, and Nike started making them again the past couple of years, and I've been meaning to get a pair, but never have. But my mom went out and got a pair for me, so that was a really cool gift I got. My kid got some great stuff. Everybody gave him some money for my family, and he somehow wound up with enough to go out and get a Nintendo Switch, and that's what he's doing right now.
Oh, nice. Did you? What about those trainers you got from Ape Fest, man? Did you re-gift those or manage to sell them or something?
Man, I'm still hanging on to those right now. I might have round tripped them. When the market crashed, the price on those Ape Fest shoes, man, they went down with it. So I might have to keep those of a sad reminder of the one time I round tripped some sneakers.
Yeah. What are you gonna do, man? But they break ground on in January on the clubhouse, so you could maybe next year, next State Fest, you could they could double up or something.
Yeah, maybe I'll just hang on to them, go to the next State Fest, and try to flip them there.
Mm.
Good to hear from you this morning, Alex. Man, glad you had a good Christmas and enjoyed the holidays. Let's toss it over, homie Buddy, just up the street from me in Chicago. How you doing, Buddy? Did you have a good Christmas? And how do you feel about these options expiring in the market? You think there's going to be any impact?
Hey, what's up? Yeah, excellent Christmas, dude. Nice and chill. My son flew in a couple days before Christmas and immediately went and hung out with his friends. And the next day he called me. He's like, "Can I come over?" And he spent the day before Christmas Eve, and Christmas at my house, which that's a first in both of our entire lives. It's really crazy how if you're split up, how the holidays get broken up. It's such a cluster. But he's 19 years old. He can do what he wants. And yeah, we swam. We went for a car ride. It was really dope. I'd seen these things were coming up to expire for a while, so there's a lot of money in it. I know that there's a strong floor holding. I know there's a max pain level, probably around 100,000, but we'll probably just trade sideways. And then I'm still expecting one more blast up from Bitcoin, and I don't need to know when because I just hold it. I'm not a cheat. I just hold on to the shit. So yeah, hold on to your Bitcoin. Everything else, get in Novex Finance, get in their TG, learn what they're doing, shorting and going long and just playing perps, dude. And they're not just playing around either. They're really teaching you. I say it in every stream I'm in, dude. One thing you never fade in a bear market is education. Over that, one thing you never fade ever is something for free, and this is both. So get in there and join the TG and see what's up. Besides that, everything's good, man. Yeah, bullish always, forever bull.
That's what's up, man. I'm glad you got to spend the holidays with your son. I know that, like, I come from a split family like that. Fortunately, my kid doesn't have to deal with that type of stuff. But it's yeah, it's awesome you guys got to spend the full holiday season together, and fully take that in. That's really cool, man. And I think you said some real gold there too, as far as like the one thing you never want to miss out on taking advantage of in the bearish season is the education. Time to get some education. Doubt on me. I don't know if
Always,
you guys.
dude. It's the key to it. You were rugged a little. I don't know if it was me or not, but
Oh,
it
I might
sounded
have
like
cut
you were
out
rugging
there
a
for a
little.
second, man.
Yeah,
My phone screen
that
it
was you.
locked
Yeah.
on me for a second, but
Yeah.
I was saying that buddy, man, some of the most fire thing you said there is if you can do is take it.
Yeah, Andrew, you're rugging pretty bad. Definitely you want to learn and educate yourself. There's a lot of things that many of us try to pick up, but it's really hard to unless you put in the right time and effort. So, we're definitely in the season of just getting better.
Dude, what I really like about Novex is it's a community, and it's a community that wants you to freaking win. That's the ulterior motive to it. It's not they're trying not trying to sell you a course or anything like that, dude. So it baffles me when people just don't take advantage of things like that. A good thing, right?
Right. I mean, it's funny. We don't make money off of your loss or gains. We only make money if you keep trading. So keeping traders around is our number one goal. It's really, the main mission. The more you survive, the more you'll trade, meaning the more we'll actually make in the long run as an exchange, right? We want our traders to be here and we want to make money, but we don't want to make money if it means we make it off of the backs of those people that won't be able to, survive or do anything, man. This is a really tough space. So it's kind of hard to line yourself up with people that actually have your, good intentions.
Agree.
Heck yeah. So we did have Andrew kind of drop off here. Let me see. I was just making sure to stream everything. We got this on the TG. I think we're just not live on Facebook, but I think Alex handles that. Alex, I wasn't able to click live on Facebook.
I fix.
You fix. Okay, cool. All right. So Andrew rugged a bit here. So we're gonna just get to the show. We don't have, much activity that's been kind of going on in the ecosystem. We've just been steady trading, and yeah, there's been a couple runners, a couple things here and there, but the sad reality is a lot of people are being used as exit liquidity and through meme tokens, and it's just kind of sad to see. So we're gonna really focus on, doing things a bit different. So, anyways, I'm about to screen share and let's get to it here. Um, what we came for here is the charts. You guys already know. So I'm gonna screen share here. And as always, we go to our first place in the market. We want to go look at this. The market cap of crypto is now again under 3 trillion. The dangerous part with falling under here is in the bull market that ended in 2021, 2022. Our all-time high for market cap was right around 3.3 trillion. Here we are now underneath that by a good amount, and we keep rejecting any hopes that we have at sustaining the 3 trillion market cap. So I'm very curious to see what happens at these levels. Also, the fear and greed index being 27. We just keep having this fear just kind of consolidate at this level. People are afraid to be greedy for for good reason. Everything keeps cheating on them. The market keeps going through these painful out of nowhere, just big drop offs. And anyone rocking 15, 20x leverage or more is getting liquidated if you're not on the right end of things. So, really important to understand that right now there's a lot of fear, but in that fear, there's a lot of opportunity. So, we can kind of look at this. Last night, I went to bed and I wanted to show you guys a position here because I shorted here and here. You can just see my positions. This was one. Actually, if you zoom in, because I had longed, I had shorted here. So look at this. You see my little markers, my position markers, right? So whenever you hit these trades, I ended up closing my short here, right? I caught all this. So then I was like, wait, we have to long. So I started along here. One, fired once, fired twice. I was in profit, so I DCA'd out. So then I G'd all this here for my long. You can just kind of see the positions there at 1, 2. So then I was like, wait, if I'm closing my long, because I don't think it's going to keep going. So I got another short in. One short there, close here. Just easy free money, about a 40%er, because I do use higher leverage. And then here's what's great. I only closed half of my position there. I was like, you know what? I set a limit order with taking a position and just dragging my take profit, and I dragged it underneath the 200 here. And notice how we pumped up. I was asleep, so I wasn't able to add more. But on this dump, it didn't close me because where I had put my take profit was right at these levels, and you see it here overnight. I survived all this nighttime, and then this nasty pain came out of nowhere. And look, it failed me right there. So what sucks is I wish I didn't have a full take profit there, but I ended up closing for about an 80 percenter. So now I'm just kind of curious if we're going to long again or what. But here someone's requesting. Let's get them in here. Hermit's in here. So let's get Hermit. But anyways, I want you guys to know how easy it is to use Novex Finance and just drag a position, kind of your take profit. So like right now, if I were to want to do a long, let's just open up a baby long. It's gonna be like $50 just to kind of open it. I'm gonna open a long. Notice that easy. Look how fast it filled. So here's what's awesome. So when you're here now, you can drag your take profit, and I'm assuming the 200 is heading down, so we're probably going to meet it somewhere right here. I'm going to put my take profit, and I'm just going to go on with the rest of the show. Assuming we go on a decent little relief rally pump up here and just kind of close there, you start noticing where you take these positions, right? So look at this on the 3 minute, on the 1 minute. See, like, I don't like that position. So what if you didn't enjoy where you put your take profit? So just close it, and then let's do a new one, right? I want the 1 minute 200, not the 5 minute 200. So I'm going to put it right around like at these levels right here, close 100% of it. Boom. That easy. I mean, we're already in profit, right? I mean, obviously nothing but, you know, 9%. Let's just see if it triggers and it goes there. But anyhow, so we always look at all these details in the market. Coin market cap shows you all the basics. So you don't really have to look elsewhere. Fear at 27, market cap under 3 trillion. Not things I like waking up to. Now, when it comes to, the market, it's very, very important that we figure out what the CME is going to do. So as always, we always go here. We figure out what the CME is saying on the daily. There is no open gaps here, right? All these open gaps, everything we've already closed. So nothing important here. Let's go to the 3 day because I know that's what we were waiting on. And sure enough, you're seeing we're holding on over the 200, but we keep rejecting the ADMA, constant ADMA rejections. On the 5 day is where the cross is incoming that we're seeing here, 21 under a 50. And that's just kind of the time that it's filling and waiting on. This 5 day candle has 4 days, 9 hours left, meaning it just started. So this average is getting closer, tighter. Okay. On the weekly, it looks the same.
Clutch, we got the coin market cap.
You still have coin market cap on?
Yep.
How's that possible?
Uh-huh.
I was screen sharing my whole screen. Let me see. Go to entire screen. All right. So tell me if you see trading view now.
Yes.
Okay, good. So thank you for that. CME on the weekly, the 21 heading under the 50. We're seeing rising DMI indicator, meaning retail starting to try to sell this. You're seeing rising volatility, right? So a couple of those things to take advantage of. But on the CME, it moves a lot slower. So the one we really want to check out is Bitcoin futures. There was something that happened the other day that had not happened in a very, very long time. We talked about the 3 day time frame on Bitcoin futures. The ADMA, which is this little blue line, has not crossed under the 200 in a very, very long time. Last time it happened was way down here in the bear market. We did get a little fake out ADMA cross here, 2 of them. Actually, was it 1 or 2? Let me confirm. No, yeah, 2 of them. You see the ADMA cross right under the 200. We did go from 27K to 24K, so about 15%, but that was a fake out. So was this one, as when we crossed, we went from 28K down to 24K. So again, about a 15% retrace on these, but these crosses were after it was relief rallying. So it's not the same thing. The last time that ADMA actually happened, And look how similar it looks. Okay. So again, these are 3-day candles. We went on the all-time high to 68K, 63K, then on the all-time high to the 68, 69K. We finally lost that 8 EMA, made it to the 200 EMA, faded this cross once, faded the cross twice, pumped up. Finally, it gave us that nasty, nasty 8 EMA under a 200 cross. And again, we went from 40K to 15K. That's the devastating part, that once that cross happens, we lose all bullish momentum, bearish momentum commences. And look how long it took before we actually bottomed out at 15K Bitcoin. So I want you to look at this with me and understand just kind of how structured these are. So we went up, right? So here's what I want to show you guys, because I did this the other day and I was like, whoa, this is trippy. I'm going to take out the EMAs. And then we're going to move this. Hold on. This is how I've been having fun with like trying to like catch these freaking market moves, because they all start looking the same. All right. Oops. That one I did not want to move. Okay. Look at this. Crazy, right? So when you start looking at like those types of swings on the EMAs and what do they do, you start realizing it starts looking the same. And it's a little smell. And on this 3-day time frame, that 8 EMA crossed under. That candle ended 2 days or so ago. I didn't do a trade talk. Um, I didn't do a trade talk on Wednesday for Christmas Eve. Decided to do one today, but on Wednesday I would have covered that it had just happened. This cross happened. We saw a big old rejection, and now we're just kind of waiting to see what the market is going to do. So on a 3-day time frame, very, very dangerous. On a 5-day time frame, still just as bad, as we're hanging above the 200, hanging on this perfect trend here that we've had since the beginning of the bull market. And I don't know if we can continue to hold this on. We do have somebody else joining. Let's accept them. I don't know why I have no admins on here that can do this, but let me see. Did I get him in? Yeah, I got Ghost in here. Oh, that's because Andrew's not in here. All right, great. Well, anyways, let's go back to the charts. So on Bitcoin here, 5-day in the week, we're still kind of in those same spots, which is just waiting for these gaps to kind of get tighter. When I look at the weekly, you see that 21 under a 50 is coming as well. And all we're doing is just kind of hanging on here. I'm very scared of us losing this blue line trend, as once we do, that will eliminate a trend that has held perfectly since September of 2023. We really need to hold here. Otherwise, we're going to be cooked. Okay. So this is just on the monthly time frame so you guys can see it, but even on the weekly, right? It's been a very long time and we're following perfect structure every time. But at some point, we're going to break it. It just feels that way. We need a white swan event to just send us way above to 150, 180. Where's that going to come from? I don't freaking know. But here, it's extremely easy to understand. We've been going parabolic for how much longer is really the question. So let's go to Pumpy Dumpy, because you guys all know that's the chart that really matters. So on the daily, here's what's gross. You guys see that it's just holding on to my Toyota and Ramen pocket, this red zone, Lambo and steak down here. The reason why Toyota and Ramen is to the top versus to the bottom is this chart is opposite. When this chart pumps, meaning more people are buying stables, the market's going to go down because your alts are being sold. Everything else is being sold. When this chart dumps, right, that means people are selling those stables, buying more alts, buying more Bitcoin, and those things tend to pump. When you see these are monthly candles and you see we are in the middle of a big old massive pump like this, these types of pumps only happen when we're heading into bear markets. Like so. You see these different 3-month pumps, fake out, pump, fake out, boom, send them to the bear market. So we typically get 3 fake outs before we take off. 1, 2, 3 takeouts, 3 fakes. Maybe this is a fake out. We head right to our Toyota and ramen territory, and then we just dump from here, go to the lifetime trend, and we can all continue to just go full risk on, buy a lot of spot, buy a lot of longs, and we freaking eat. Now that is possible because we are rejecting and holding on such a crazy trend here, right? So I want to go to the daily on Pumpy Dumpy because this is where you start understanding just how bullish it is. It just keeps holding on to 21, keeps holding on to this uptrend that it's building. If you recall, last time we did Trade Talk on Monday, Ghost was asking about the daily trend, and we did a daily and a weekly trend. That's the difference between the yellow and the red. But notice how both of those trends are being perfectly tested, perfectly respected, and we continue to just head towards this territory. I'm under the expectation that we're going to rip through here, but I'm under the hopium, stance that, dude, can we just please reject this massive, massive area, head towards a little mini bull run? Man, that's really what I want, but is it going to happen? I don't know. On the 3-day time frame, though, this is where it starts getting nasty because you notice all crossing already happened. We are maintaining super bullish momentum, and I don't like it. On the 5 days, where it starts looking even worse because the 5-day 50 over a 200 is about to happen very, very soon. This 5-day candle has 8 hours left. When the next candle prints, it's more than likely going to bring up this average to give us this cross, and it could activate that final leg in which we can take off and really start finding our bottoms here and start really going risk on. The weekly doesn't look much better. The weekly already got all its triple crosses, so we're watching the 5-day because same thing, monthly already got everything, right? So the 5-day is the one that's left and the one that we're really paying attention to see what's it going to do. The last time the 50 went over the 200 in a bullish move for this chart, which again, it's bearish for the market, but the last time that happened, I'm going to show you. 50 over a 200. 50 over a 200. We're going to have to go way back to the Wayback Machine. Oh, yeah. It's never happened. Right? Like when you're looking at all this, we've never had this situation unfold where we had a 50 over a 200 cross to the upside. Check out this bear market, right? We were above all the EMAs, just kept rejecting the lifetime trend or kept establishing this lifetime trend and just bouncing up from there. And we know why we bounced there. It was a 200 EMA on the 5-day on Pumpy Dumpy. But check this out. It's never happened. Every bear market followed by a fake out. These little bull markets that we get, right? Just check it out. We went into this big old bear, right? 2022 all the way into 2023 when we finally broke down and lost. We went on this massive run. But what I want you guys to understand is these EMAs have not been underneath the 200 very much historically, right? Historically. Look, the 200 was set here. We've never been under it. Briefly in these little spots here, right? Briefly. And then we got under it underneath here. This last year and a half has been that pocket where we finally made it underneath the 200, which is why everyone kept telling you golden run. Next time we go to the lifetime trend, we're going to rip through. We didn't. Okay, I swear. Next time, influencers will tell us nothing. And then again, nothing. So at some point, we are going to lose this lifetime trend and we are going to go to the Lambo and stake territory. But my goodness, we have to wait for these crazy things that have never happened. Like we had never had these EMAs start crossing up to the top side, but we got all the small ones. But now that 50 is coming, and that's what's dangerous because that lines up with the 5-day on Pumpy Dumpy, lines up with the 3-day on Bitcoin, and how that 8 EMA has not given us that cross ever. Sorry. For this, it has, but it hasn't done it in a very long time, right? That 8 EMA crossing here has not happened since it happened at the end of the previous you basically in 2022 when we ended the bull market, we went into a big bear. That's when that cross happened, and we can get an exact date so we can track it. That it happened on the 7th of May 2022. That cross happened over the last 3 days. I don't like it. 6 hours left on this candle. On one of these, I just feel we're going to test this trend and lose it. I hope I'm wrong, but it's just not looking good. So, anyways, for USDT Pumpy Dumpy, it's doing exactly what we expected. Bull flag, absolutely just looks like it's ready to head towards the next area. And 5 day candle at the end here, it's going to end soon, right? We're up here. There is, yeah, by the end of today, we're going to have a new 5 day candle, and this cross should happen. And we should start heading towards that last pump up. There's not a lot of bullish crossing left for this chart. So we're almost done with all of them. This is a good start. It's a good, obviously, it doesn't feel good because we've been getting wrecked for so long. But what I can tell you is that we are getting less and less of it. So be on alert. This is what Trade Talk is all about, is just prepping you up for the things that are going to happen, not just what you see. What you see is what you see. We all see the same things, but that's not going to help me in the future. So understanding what's coming, right? Predictive indicating is really a skill that many people don't have, and it's what we're trying to teach you here. So for me, quick look at Bitcoin dominance and what's it doing? Grabbing the dominance. Ever since we had that big old cross on the weekly, like the 21 under a 50, all we've done is pump. So that cross happened, but hey, they stopped trying to lie to us and tell us alt season was coming. So we'll leave that one alone. Let's go to Salami. Salami's weekly does not look good. For starters, we're right at the 200, like right above it. Losing that 200 is dangerous. You have all these EMAs heading down. The blue is the 8, the white is the 12 EMA, 21 and 50, right? All those are pointing down. Let's go find confluence on the 5 and 3 day. On the 5 day, what do you know? It's lining up with Pumpy Dumpy's 5 day 50 EMA crossing over the 200. Now you're getting the 8 already crossed, the 12's coming, 2150 next. This could get really bad for Solana. Because where is the next 200 that it's going to go find? I would assume it's the monthly, but I don't think it has a monthly 200. So really, what's it going to find? The 100, right? I think we established that the 100 was in the $60, $70 levels. So look at these crossings that are getting ready to happen. This does not look good. The 21 and the 8, I'm sorry, the 8 and the 12 heading under the 21 seems not necessarily imminent, because these candles are big time frames. It takes a couple weeks to happen, but we need to start getting above these levels quick, fast, and in a hurry. Ethereum, the trash that keeps on trashing, struggling for 3K. 2 week time frame, the 8's about to cross the 21, not looking good. On the weekly, yeah, look at all this bearishness still looks to be incoming, and we're heading towards the 200. Let's go find the 5 and 3 day to see if we can figure out some confluence there. And on the 5 day, look how the 21 is getting ready to cross under the 50. We are rejecting under the 8, but above the 200. So this little area seems like there's going to be a big squeeze coming up. Okay, so for Ethereum, I'm not sold on the daily. It is kind of holding on. 1, 2, 3, 4, quadruple bottom. I mean, it's trying to hold on. It tested these dumps. Boom, boom. This dump got tested here. This dump got tested here. And this dump here is pretty much getting tested there. So Ethereum is scaling perfectly here. This is what you want to see. If you're holding Ethereum, is it not really doing too much? It's just kind of holding on here. Obviously, you would want it to go up, but nothing's going up. So this is one that's just kind of holding. And it doesn't look the worst. But the only reason is it spent the whole cycle doing nothing. So when everything else is losing what they've done all cycle, it's going to feel like Ethereum is surviving or is doing well. It's not. It's just not giving away anything because it never took it. Make sense? Got it? Get it? Good. Don't worry, Ethereum plebs. You're fine. I'm fine. We're all fine. This is the trash I'm waiting for. The big short's coming. $700 Zcash, I feel, is programmed because it's a scam. I love scams. Scams like this, these are Ponzi-nomics at its finest. What are you seeing now? This chart's heading above all its EMAs. On the smaller time frames, you might get a little bit more bearishness as if it doesn't hold these areas, it's going to head down here, right? So if you're looking for trades on Zcash, it's different. I'm just looking on the trade, which is just short the crap out of it when it's done. Um, but you see the liquidity, and it is a top 20 token, so we have to look at it. It's pretty important. So for me, just everything I'm looking at, it's pointing to this Toyota and ramen territory, and what's it gonna do here soon. That area here is really, really important because it's gonna dictate whether we're gonna reject my predictive bear market alley, head to the lifetime trend so we can all just be living in profits, or we rip through this area, we head and establish a bear market bottom, which would be a USDT dominance top. The scary part is if every cycle a lot of tokens improve, if this was the top of the previous bear market, could we go on a bigger top for the bear market? That's the scary part. That's what I don't really want to entertain because I just don't want to think that we're going to break above this line. That could be devastating for crypto on a lot of levels, but mostly devastating for altcoins that really have nothing important to bring to the table other than fake promises of, I don't know, read Cardano's playbook. You'll know what I'm talking about. But USDT Dumpy Pumpy is looking exactly how we thought it would. But listen, we're permanent bulls. We want crypto to survive for the long run. Being a bull for just a season, it would be like trying to run a marathon while sprinting. You're just not going to make it. Everything in this market happens in cycles. It's very secular. So if you get caught buying at the wrong times of the cycle, you're going to just be caught holding on to positions for 1 to 2 years. If you're trading like just your strategies, if you don't have strategies, then you're essentially just kind of trading the market on hopium and just what you're hearing, what you're seeing, the sentiment that you're feeling from the timeline. Everything can just be thrown in any direction, kind of like a tree in a storm, right? You're at the mercy of the winds and you're at the mercy of the hurricane, so to speak. So for me, I love trading with more knowledge. I don't like trading with just a bunch of hopium. And to me, trying to just short every time this chart's been pumping, because since this chart took off, okay, on this, we're just going to look at 5-day candles. After every 5-day sequence and where we pump, everyone tells you this is the bottom. Boom. I've been told there is 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4 bottoms. Okay, this is the bottom. We keep bottoming. That's what I'm trying to help y'all learn is you won't listen to what anybody else says because you don't need to. You'll just be able to know, hey, we're on an uptrend on USDT dominance. I'm going to short more than I'm going to long. If I long, I'm going to close my longs. When we're on a downtrend on USDT dominance, it's the exact same thing, just the opposite. I'm going to freaking rip some longs and quick scalp some shorts because we're on a downtrend on this chart and the market's going to pump. You have to just understand that this market does have a process to it. Once you figure out that process, you can start winning, you can start trading better, and you can start just taking advantage of everything the market does, which is really give you constant and continuous opportunity that leads to just free positions. Let's go check in on our trade here, see if we're down bad or if we're going to make it. Look, we closed our trade. Alex, look at this. Our take profit executed, baby. Live while we were streaming, guys. Look at this, guys. So I'm going to reload it so it freshes it up because it doesn't show my close. Look at that, baby.
Top wig bastard.
Woo, top wig bastardin'. You know what should have been awesome was me shorting there. I could have also kept longing. But look, guys, what did I do? I'm talking how bearish the market is, but I snapped a freaking phenomenal long. Why? One thing, I had a target. Thing two, I had a freaking product that allows it so easily to take profit. So that's Novex too. And number three, I surround myself with people that want the same things as I do. They may not be as good of trader or as good as this or as good as that, but when you're together with the right people, you start eating. And all I know is we made free money from here to there, all while I was doing TA, all without having to click the button. It just executed for myself. It executed it for me. So that's trade talk, everybody. That's your TA analysis for the day. And for the next couple days, be very scared. There is a 5-day 50 over a 200 cross on USDT dominance that's getting ready to happen. I don't want to really touch too much as far as longs go until that settles. Um, Anything else is end of the year woes. People need money. It's holidays. You're gonna start seeing some crazy swings start happening. But hey, when the fear and the greed presents itself, you always counter trade the market. I'm fearful when others are greedy, and I'm greedy when others are fearful. Thank you for stopping by to Trade Talk. Go to novex.finance, create an account, and I promise you, we'll help you learn how to do trades like this as long as you're about it. It's not a one size fits all solution. It's a, if you are dedicated, you won't find many people more dedicated than us when it comes to this trading stuff. All right. Anybody else here with some quick market sentiment? I know we got Buddy, Ghost, and Alex up here. If not, I'm gonna get ready to end this stream here. As you guys know, we're only streaming for the important information. We are not going to be over streaming or just kind of hanging out. We got poker and chill vibes for that at other times. But any market sentiment that you guys have, please feel free to step in if you want.
What up, Clutch?
What's up? Dude, did you just see me slap this long on live, bro? Well, I was screen sharing my charts, but look at this, bro. I long put a TP. And look at that.
Bro, I wish I did. I would have added to my position had I seen you taking a long, dog. I love it.
Yeah, exactly, bro. I don't long too much. I only long when it's for sure. And it felt pretty for sure there.
And when you do, it's Dos Equis. You know what I mean? The most interesting trader of all time. My
guy. Hey, listen, I'm just trying to be better every day. And that's I think the mission that most people should have is just really understand that you can be better at anything, no matter what. You just have to want it. So let's get it, baby.
I couldn't agree more, man. That's been my philosophy for so long, bro. Like, if you think about everything you've ever desired to do, you as a person, the only reason you didn't get there is if you lost interest and stopped pursuing it. Other than that, you got there. And I think with you, bro, I love your TA. I absolutely love your confidence when it comes to trading. It's contagious, bro. And I love that the people got a nice little free banger. Come on, man. What else could you ask for to close this year up with a bang the day after Christmas, but yet another successful trade talk, bro? I wish I was here for the whole show. Man, I let the kids party even though it was a Thursday night because it was Christmas. So I didn't, I slept in a little bit, but man, I know I missed the banger, bro. Like, this is one of those bangers you got to watch back and see what you saw when you saw it type of a vibe for me. Trying to perfect this craft myself, you feel me? Bro, you showed me this trade yesterday, and dude, you don't even know. I was trimming so aggressively. And boy, did I feel salty at the run that it went on. I think I lost your volumes here. unless you haven't been speaking.
Oh, I accidentally hit the mute button on my speaker. But check out this long I caught. So this is the long I showed you. I'm sorry, the short I showed you guys last night because that's where I closed it, right? Not yesterday night, but look at this. Like check this out. I freaking short it, right? And look at all this. It didn't take my profit didn't hit because when I made my profit, the 200 was lower. It was like around right here, and it just never filled. So that's where I was like, damn, I got busy. We were cooking breakfast, and then I just get the notification. I removed my take profit, and it freaking banged it right there. But for whatever reason, dude, sometimes these little arrows disappear. Check this out. But I wanted to show you the long. You would be impressed. Okay, that was the short from last night. So now let me go find the long. This is fun, bro. Yeah, there you go. Okay. This is what I wanted to show you guys because, like, you can't be one-dimensional, right? So I finally closed my long, my short, and it pumped, and I was all happy, and I was like, ha, I was right. I was mad that I didn't short here because I knew it was going to go down again, right? So I was pissed. So I missed all that. Then I look at my phone, and I'm like, oh, snaps. The long is good here. So I longed. I was down like 40% because I'm at 100x leverage. But, I always grab smaller positions. So then I added. My average price was like right around here. Right. Yeah. Right around 87K or so. So check this out. So I'm busy. I'm just Christmasing, doing all this. And then I start noticing that the chart freaking pumped, bro. Look at this. So we went above the 200 and I closed, but I only closed half. I was like, wait, what if we like this doesn't? I wasn't expecting this. Well, bro, I wasn't expecting it. Well, I got all of that. So check this out. I freaking closed the rest of my trade. Bang, bang, bro, on my long. And that's when I hit you guys up. I was like, dude, look at what I just caught. And then I hit the reversal button, bro, right here, dude. So check this out. So I did not close it here. I thought of closing it because I thought we were gonna pump. So I was wrong. I just left it alone. I closed half of my trade there. And then I went to sleep and I was like, wait, this is gonna go down. So I put my take profit, bro. Check this out. I was asleep, so I couldn't even add at all these levels. It would have been great because I was asleep, right? But anyways, this is where it executed overnight, but it's not showing it, bro. It's right here, dude. I freaking hate when it does that. Oh no, it was right here. Sorry. So I entered. It goes through all this. It didn't execute me here, bro. I was asleep. Okay, keep in mind, I'm asleep. But look at where my take profit finally went in on this candle, bro. My take profit was right about here. So the short kept going, right? But like I wanted to point out, like that's the skill that you can ride all these things. And this is just on the 1 minute. And if I were to go to like the 5-minute time frame, this is where you can see my shorts and why I'm holding on to them longer, right? Because I shorted up here. I took some off the table and then boom, and it freaking stopped me out right here. And then look at this long, short, boom, or long and close. But just like that, it's just going both directions. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you about because now that you're here, that's one of the things that I had been saying, Ghost, that telling you is, hey, if you're going to close a trade, why not go the other way? And I was like, wait, I want to practice what I preach. I don't want to be a hypocrite. So I started longing after massive short closes like that one. And I just wanted to show it to you here in action so you can see, hey, I don't just say what I preach. I also practice what I preach. And this is how I keep winning. This is how I just keep being extremely patient. If I'm extremely patient, then the market maker doesn't have that much time to get me, bro.
Bro, it's like practice what you preach. I mean, it's difficult, man, for me, right? Like I'm just being a realist with myself. I'm so, I don't want to say hard-headed, but I'm definitely, we always say trading's you versus you, right? I mean, at the end of the day.
Right.
I hate that I'm so conditioned to wait for a pullback just to enter a long rather than take a short on the way to waiting for my long. Because, yesterday or the day before yesterday, I took a short Christmas Eve and I took this short with confidence. And dude, it was like a 55 percenter and literally, no joke, bro, less than 2.5 minutes. I swear to you, less than 2.5 minutes.
No, I believe it. I'd be seeing it myself.
Oh, I know, but I know people out there probably like, yeah, okay, it sounds like bullshit, but it was like 2.5 minutes, bro, just bam, bam, bam. And I was like, oh my God. So I took half my profit and then it starts bouncing like crazy. And I'm like, okay, I'm getting in my long now. And that's what I did. I shut down the short. I took the long. I put a take profit for overnight. And I've been in that trade ever since. I've literally trimmed. You saw, I sent you a screenshot. I think I've trimmed maybe 14 times total and added maybe 8 times total to the same trade. It's still open right now to this moment.
Mm-hmm.
It's been, for me, I love the ideology behind perpetual. Like, it's everlasting. I'm starting this new little thing where I just basically will keep even just one open if I have to, just so I can always keep the round. Like, I just like the way it looks on position history on Novex. If you go to position history and you look at the last trade, it's just been the same trade for me for the entirety of it all. This is where the benefit's going to come into play when we do some updates and we have a way to go on both sides. I think that's going to be really cool for me because that's how I learned when to take shorts. I don't necessarily like closing down my positions in full, and I think I'm hard-headed with that. I think, why would I not close? I don't know if it's OCD or if it's some kind of like tick I have, but I like to take shorts while my long is open and add to my long in my areas. I'm just so conditioned to do this. But if you look at your chart you're showing right now in the 5 minutes, I know this is Bitcoin, but it's same difference. 88,800 all the way down to 86,600. Why hold a long just to add there? Like, there's no logic in it. There's zero logic in it. But because I don't know that's going to take place, I'd much rather hold one unit all the way through that while shorting it and then add 2 units of what I just made off the short in that same account on that same position. It's just something I got accustomed to. And I don't know if I need to break that habit and just perhaps use a secondary device. And maybe maybe that'll fix the one thing I know I'm lacking. But I also don't know why I just don't take more shorts, especially right now. And I'm still learning, bro. I'm one of those guys, bro, that once I get it, bro, I just know
Right.
it's life altering.
Well, that's part of what my role is, right? Is to help you guys get there. It's not about taking more shorts. It's about taking more trend direction positions, right? Because I don't want you to then switch your psyche to where all you're doing is doing shorts. And then one day we're in a bull market, and then what? You're going to be in the exact same situation. So, it's just because right now the trend is to the downside. So it's just a matter of seeing those pockets of liquidity and just taking it. Like right here on this chart, right here in particular, right? On the 5 minute, it's obvious that they want to kind of go lower, but they can't keep going lower. They have to give you these relief longs. So, like, people would go ahead and short down here, hold through all this negative because, well, it's just going to go down anyways at some point. Sure, you're right. I'm under the, hey, if it's going to go there first, let me long there and then short again, right? So
Right.
it's just a matter of, if you understood the order books deeper. But anyways, once you understand the order books, you can kind of start looking at the gaps in these order books and know where they're going to take it. So this is like, we can do an order book tutorial one day, but sometimes, I don't know if you've ever paid attention I guess you can't really see what I'm seeing at. If you were ever in front of me, you would know. I'll just open up the order book page, bro, and I'll just be staring at it for like 20 minutes. My wife thought one day I was like lost my marbles because I was just staring at a screen. And she's like, "Are you like daydreaming?" I was like, "Kinda." I'm daydreaming with these market makers, bro, trying to see what they're gonna do to me next. But look, like right now, like, come on, man. Yeah, I could have shorted right there because it's probably gonna go back and below. But so the heck what, bro? Let's long. Let's long.
Right,
So I
right.
always look at these little pockets and I'm just like, hey, I'll take a quick 20, 30, 40%, or why not? My average win rate, bro, I don't even want to talk about my win rate, the actual win rate, because it's like it's scary. People won't believe it. But I'm averaging right around $80 profit per trade, bro. I'm doing anywhere from 3 to 8 trades per day. I have been slowly but surely just growing my account. And look at this account now. You see this? It's a 6,900 damn near. Um, I loaded this account at 3K and I've taken more than a couple grand from it. You know what I'm saying? Like this is literally my how I pay my bills, how I eat. But more so just take what these fools give me. I'll take it. Bro, it's the equivalent of dropping the halfback, the flat little, the dump because
Underneath.
you're just checking the ball. What I'm doing in these moments of extreme like extremeness, right? Because these dumps are vicious. I don't want to be wrong on a long. I'm gonna spot buy a lot, but what it really comes down to is, hey, I I want to stay in the game. And if you're down 14 nothing, you're not gonna stay in the game if you just keep going 4 verticals every freaking play. Right? Like it's just not gonna work out great for us. So this is the equivalent of checking it down. Oh, let me check it down. Just take a quickie. Cool. I'll take it's 2nd and 10. What's gonna be better? 3rd and 10 or 3rd and 4? I'll take 3rd and 4 all day. So this is what I just did. 3rd and 4. And again, I was even somewhat mad that I was like, I should have if I was really savvy, I would have had my take profit right here, which it hit perfectly, followed by a limit order right on the 200 a short. But again, I'm also learning and getting better as well. So when I tell you guys things, it's not because I'm perfect. It's because I'm trying to be there somehow. I don't know if I'll ever obtain perfection, in the next life, we're in our glorified bodies. But in this life, I will tell you, if I can avoid the worst liquidations days in the history of crypto, then damn, I'm perfectly placed here. Because hey, what's their goal? To take your money. They haven't taken my money yet. So as long as I continue that, then it feels perfect, because I see opportunities like this all the freaking time. I mean, dude, your account and my account are the ones that look the same. When you just like go to any time frame and like you could just see all the breaks I take from trading, but like other than that, it's just nonstop. And again, this is just a newer account. This isn't even my main account. So this is fun stuff, guys. This is fun stuff, but it is a skill that can be mastered. And the mastery is not knowing exactly what's going to happen. The mastery is every time these fools try to take our money, I'm one of the hardest persons in the world to liquidate.
No, it's awesome. I do want to jump on a call with you about order book because I the way I register it, I want to fine tune what I'm looking for. So if you did an episode that was the focal point was on order book, I think that'd be a dope something to have on wax. I think that'd be a really, really, really good
Heck,
breakdown of them.
I'll prep some up. Dude, look how good this long looks on the 15-minute chart. It's like, oh, I longed the breakout and shorted the resistance at the 21.
I love
Followed
it.
by look, and I closed right before the 50 crossed under the 200, which is what gave us this little downtrend. The immediate relief rally for the short.
Looks
Yeah.
it looks coiled up like they wanna come test that 200 even on the 15. It looks like
Oh, on the 30 minute and 1 hour, check it out. It all looks the same. See
Yep.
the the 2 hour charts looks even nasty. But what they did on this for, dude, I caught this whole long, and then I shorted it.
Oh my god, dude! For once, you're long. That looks like mine.
For
For
once. Yeah, the chart, because usually it's opposite colors. All my
yeah,
greens are on top and my reds are at the bottom. But yeah, look at all these logs, boy. I've been logging. I'm telling you.
dude. I wish I can show you mine. It's so funny. Oh, you know what? You can look at the picture I sent you yesterday. That's literally what we have. I have 5 though. I have 5 trims.
All right. Well, no,
Actually, I lied. I have 8 trims.
I
One,
saw
two, three,
those.
4, 5 longs, 8 trims.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, no, we stay cooking, man. So good job. But yeah, no, let's get it. Look, this market is getting saucy, but we're close to the end, guys. I predicted the end of this downtrend to be around March, April. And it makes sense that on the weekly candles, we're almost done with the pain. We have maybe 6 to 10 weekly candles left before they're going to have to black swan us to keep sending us lower. Otherwise, the bottom is in. So that's typically when the black swan events come. If you recall, FTX and Doquan did not happen at all-time high Bitcoin. Ethereum sold, Elon sold, and then we had the black swan events. So just understanding this allows me to just be more of a like a shark when it comes to this opportunity, because the big longs are coming. They're not here just yet. But my goodness, bro, on one of those FU candles down to 55, 60K Bitcoin, because they can get there, bro, in 2 1 hour candles. I'm gonna fricking go super risk on at certain levels, and that's one of the levels I'm looking at is 60, 65K Bitcoin, bro. We're gonna go on a big, massive long, and I do predict that's gonna happen in the March, April timeframe, heading towards the summer, in which we get the final pain in the summer, and then we can relief rally towards the end of the year. So that's kind of my outlook for 2026.
I could dig it. I
I
could
hope
dig
I,
it.
I hope I'm wrong and we just go parabolic and we never see sub 300K Bitcoin again. Please and thank you.
He said 300K.
Yeah, bro. The floor will be established at 300K. For
Dude, that
sure.
would be so bananas.
But yeah,
But
we got.
in my opinion, it's inevitable. It's just a when.
Yeah, it's just a matter of when. Well, hopefully Satoshi doesn't wake up and choose violence on that 150 trillion. It's funny. He can send us to like 1,000 Bitcoin with just one click.
It's so insane, bro. How many wallets are tied to him?
One.
It's just one wallet. That's it. The
Mhm.
creation.
Mhm. It was set up too perfect in a time where people didn't know how to perfectly execute the blockchain yet. They did. Yeah, this has always felt government to me, but hey, that's a different conversation. But all right, guys. Well, this was Trade Talk. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you chose to come here for some education, for some trading. And at the end of the day, the biggest thing that we want to accomplish here is that we want to win, but win as a unit. No trader left behind. Stick around, keep showing up to the TG. We keep absolutely cooking. And I just wanted to wish you all a great, amazing end of your year as well. So happy new year to all of you and your families. And I just hope that 2026 is a 10 times better year than what you faced in 2025. So much love, much blessings. Thank you for coming through. But we're going to wrap up this stream. I'm going to play as an exit song, and then I'm going to end the stream right after. But much love, everybody. Let's like and repost the stream. Let's tag some friends. You guys all know those people that need help when it comes to stopping them from getting liquidated.
Charge Billboards light up, glow brighter than the Vegas Strip. CME gaps, got the streets on a crypto trip. Candles dancing, wig slicker than a hustler's drip. Novex move silent, no need for a clip. Legend in the trade, fingerprints on the block. Blockchain buzzing every tick like a Glock. Defy dreams, I'm stacking on that E-Rock. Wallet full of alpha keys, turn never lock. Novex finance where the game gets flipped. Candle pattern sparking every chart we grip. Decentralized hustle, never sink, never slip. West side grind, making coins do flips. Bulls charge hard, bears lurking in the fog. Patterns in the smoke, I'm the wizard with the log. Fibonacci spirals, I'm the code in the cog. Crypto moves sharper than a diamond-studded dog. Green and red candles, paint Picasso on the screen. Liquidity pools deep, pockets never lean. Well swim silent, but I peep the scheme. Alpha moves nightly. Cashing out the dream. From the Satoshi code to the ether's flame. Novex rewrites rules in this money game. Charts speak the gospel, prophets proclaim. West side rider, blockchain my flame.